So in this question we have three people, let's call them M, N, and O, and we're given the number of hours each of them worked, and we know the total amount that they were paid was 780. We want to know, of the 780, how much did M get? Now looking at the hours, we've got 15 to 20 to 30. I would suggest that we reduce those by the common factor of 5, so we'd say that M to N to O is 3 to 4 to 6. So that's the ratio of the hours worked. Now we could also say that the total number of hours worked in this ratio that we're building would be the sum of those ratio units. So 3 plus 4 plus 6 is 13. Now we know that the 13 hours, I know it's not actual hours, right? It's just a ratio, but those 13 ratio units map to 780 actual dollars, and we want to know how many actual dollars would 3 ratio units map out to, because we have 3 ratio units representing M. Now I think there are two good ways to solve from here. Let's look at both of them right after the intro. So the first approach to solving this would be to say M out of the total is 3 out of 13. So that fraction, 3 over 13, multiplied by $780 should give us the answer. Now, it's a bit annoying to divide 780 by 13. The way I personally would do that is I would say, well, what are some multiples of 13 that I'm familiar with? I'd probably think of 39, because that's 3 times 13, which means that 390 is 30 times 13, and it just so happens that $780 is exactly double 390. So if 390 is 30 times 13, 780 would be 60 times 13. So now I'd say that each ratio unit is worth exactly $60, and M was paid 3 ratio units, or $180. So that's one way to solve it. If you really don't like to divide 780 by 13, there is another approach that I think is worth mentioning, and that is to say, look, I know that the fraction 3 over 13 is going to be just a little bit less than 3 over 12, because a denominator of 13 is bigger than a denominator of 12. Now the reason I'm thinking of 3 over 12 is because that's exactly a quarter. So I know that the answer should be just a little bit less than a quarter of 780. And maybe that's easier. Maybe I'd rather divide 780 by 4 and then take an answer choice that's just under that than divide 780 by 13. So I think that's a matter of preference, and I'll leave that to you. Now if you're concerned about which answer choice to pick below a quarter of 780, you can cap it from the other side as well. You can say, look, 3 over 13 is going to be a bit more than 3 over 15, and 3 over 15 is 1/5. So you could then say the correct answer has to be between 1/5 of 780 and a quarter of 780, and that should get you to only one possible answer choice. So let me know in the comments below, which approach do you prefer? Would you rather divide 780 by 13, or would you rather do this kind of approximation with other fractions that are close by? If you found this video useful, go to quantreasoning.com for a lot more where that came from. You should also click that like button and let me know in the comments below what you'd like me to make future videos about. And of course, if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and do that and click that bell below so you get notified about future videos. See you next time.